Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to the podcast. And so this episode is definitely not planned. I woke up this morning. It is April 4th, Friday, April 4th, 2025. And I woke up with my stomach in knots. And so if you already have paid attention, I didn't even do no intro to this podcast episode because I just have a message to share. And so I want you to get prepared. Okay. And so if you know me, meaning do you stay connected with me on any social media platforms, or maybe you are one of our clients or customers, you know that when I say that my stomach is in knots, I'm not talking about no indigestion. I'm talking about a divine download, okay? Some divine intel. So I know that something is off. And I couldn't ignore it. And so I sat with it, of course, because that's what I teach my therapy and my coaching clients. And what I realized when I got still is that this was the same feeling that I had in the pit of my stomach on March 15th, 2020. Now, if you were an active therapist with a business back in March of 2020, then you know what pit of my stomach feeling I am referencing. And so we all know the world flipped. We all know that it kind of felt like it happened overnight, even though, other things were presented in the news. But if you're like most therapists, like myself as well, we don't engage in a lot of news. Why? Because we're sitting listening to everybody's news every single day. And I feel like we are back in that type of space right now. And heck, you might even think that it's worse. And so the news, I know that I personally don't blast the news on my podcast. This is not a news type channel. But I am telling you now that this little slow thing that's happening, that was it was horrible. Like yesterday, I can't even describe it in words, right? It was like a blow up in the economy face. Let's be clear and not be naive and act like it's not going to affect you. It's impacting your clients. It's impacting your money. It's also clearly impacting your livelihood, but maybe it ain't hit yet. Okay. So let me ask you, if you were someone out here paying out of pocket $3,500 per person in your family a month for insurance, whether it's through your business, whether it's through your state government agency, or maybe even through a job. If you're paying about $300 to $500 a month for insurance, and then life starts lifing, because that's what my clients tell me, like, girl, life is lifing, right? Are you going to intentionally say, let me go on Google and let me go find a private paid therapist that's 150, 200, 250, 350 per session, out of pocket first? The answer is hell to the no, right? But you may be thinking like, well, how does this affect me? Now, most human beings, if they have insurance, unless they've had a bad run-in for mental health, they will seek their insurance first to see if they can find a provider so that they have to pay their copay or their deductible, right? Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not here to sit here and battle, is private pay for your private practice or insurance better than the other. We can do that on another day. I have actually done both. I see the benefit in both. You just have to know how to work both. But I am here to say this: do not be naive. Do not ignore what's happening around us. This economy does not care how long you've been licensed. It does not care about how many letters go behind your name. It will still affect your calendar, your cash flow, if you are simply not paying attention. And I know, you might be thinking, well, I'm good. Maybe you see clients that are professionals. Maybe they have a business. Oh, my clients are fine. And that's cool. Until, I'm not wishing this on you, but what if your clientele starts to tighten up their budgets because they watching the same damn news that you are? And then all of a sudden, they money starts to get funny. Then what? Now, I'm not trying to scare you into, clutching on to your dollars and your coins so that you don't live your best life. But again, we cannot be naive. So this is what I am saying, therapist to therapist, healer to healer. Do not wait for it to hit your pockets to start pivoting and moving. You got to think bigger. You have to plan smarter and you have to experiment and pivot sooner. Why would you wait until everything crumbles? So you do have a gift, you do have tools, but you've also got to use them for you, not just for your clients. I'm talking about containing our anxiety and all the things. So as of 2 weeks ago, I started talking about, I'm going to do a 1-day live masterclass out the kindness of my heart to talk about what people are in my DM asking me about, which is these emails I've been sending out every Thursday about let's add on a stream of income that is simple and not complicated. If you want to have a group practice, let's just say by the end of 2025, okay, that's cool. But what are some other things that you need to get in place before you add on the group practice? I mean, are you even a clinical supervisor if you want to have interns? Let's get certified first. Let's learn leadership skills first. Let's learn email marketing first if you want to go online and do more. So because I had the pit of my stomach rumbling this morning because of how it reminded me of that morning that I woke up on March 15th and said, it's not about me. It's about my community. And for those of you who were around at that time, I went ham on Instagram. Okay. Like all up in your face, trying to help. Okay. So what I chose to do is instead of me doing the 1-day live masterclass, that's it, you in or you out, I am going back to a 3-day boot camp, meaning you have been elevated if you already registered. If you have not, go down to the show notes and register right now. What are we doing? Okay. So it is called the Profit from Your Practice Bootcamp. And I felt like, honestly, the 1 day wasn't enough. So this is what we're going to do together. Over the course of 3 days, and I have spread them out so that you can have time to do the work, I'm going to literally walk you through how to add at least one stream of income under your current practice without confusion. So I'm going to walk you through a step-by-step process so that you can walk away saying, this is the stream of income that I want to focus on at least in the next 90 days. Okay. We're also going to talk about branding because if you haven't paid attention, online, they're really going heavy right now in terms of content creators with why your personal brand is vitally important. Believe it or not, as a provider, you have a personal brand. People come to you, they do a consultation, you can solve their problem, but it's because they vibe with you. So we're going to talk about what is a brand for your mental health business, and then how do you position that brand to make you more profitable based on the streams of income that you want in the future. We're also going to talk about how, step by step, how to set a 90-day income goal tied into that one stream of income that matches your expertise, your lifestyle, and your energy. So I'm a big believer of dreaming big, but we need to come down to earth real quick and talk about what does your life currently look like? What do you want it to look like? And let's be all the way real. What sacrifices need to be made in order for you to get to that next level? And of course, lastly, we're going to talk about how to test your business systems. So we are going to, pull up the lid of your car per se, and we're going to look at what do you already have in place that is helping you and or hindering you so that you don't get caught up while our economy and our world is changing right in front of your face, right? So based off all that, you may be thinking, girl, TK, I am not trying to do all that. I'm just trying to focus on what I've been focused on. And I'm letting you know that this is available if you want it. Because maybe you're tired of just only serving one-on-one clients forever, for years. You already have that expertise. You didn't master that down just by getting licensed. But you also want to know how to learn how to position what you do one-on-one, one-to-many. And please note, the words, the messaging, the marketing is not the same. It kills me, literally, when someone says, I have a digital product, for example. We're not talking about digital products on this bootcamp, but I'm using it as an example. And I don't understand why, if I put everything I do in like my services or this thing that I do with some clients, I don't understand why people won't buy this. They're buying you. That should like pump you up. They're buying you. They're investing in you. And you just so happen to also solve their problem. So they're technically buying a package. And that's what we're going to talk about when we talk about brand. Okay. So you have to learn how to reposition it if you really want to leverage your time or you're going to cap out. So I'm not doing any mindset fluff during this boot camp. I usually do it in the beginning to get your mind right, to get you embraced with what I'm about to drop. But I did sit down last week. I recorded a special business therapy podcast called Manifest and Multiply. It is a secret podcast. It is not on this public podcast. It's not on YouTube. It is short. No episode is longer than about 11 and a half minutes. You can binge it while you walk, shower, or drive. It is up to you. Use it to mentally prepare you for what we'll talk about starting on April 10th on that Thursday. Okay. So here is your assignment. If you did not originally register for the 1-day live masterclass, it has been upgraded to a 3-day bootcamp. Go down to the show notes, register for it. We are starting on Thursday, April 10th at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you're already trying to calculate in your head why you can't come, how you can't come, and you ain't tried to make your way to come, we are already talking about how we're about to leave you in the dust. And I ain't about to sugarcoat nothing, okay? Because it fascinates me how many entrepreneurs may say that they want to be that person on their vision board. They may want to say they want to make a certain amount of money, but oh, wait, it requires me to do what? I'm not doing all that. I mean, I got a license. Why do I need to do all that? Your systematized skill set that got you to where you are now is not going to get you to the next level. It is good for where you are, and that's why you are there. Okay. And so, like I said, it starts on April 10th. Will there be replays? Yes. If you can come live, make a way to come live at least to 1, 2, or better yet, all 3. I have spaced them out. It's going to be 1 workshop that week, and then it'll be 2 more the following week. Will the replays be available forever? Absolutely not. It will only be available to also those who register. So again, you're going to walk away with a game plan, not a motivational speech. This is not my time to sit here and pump you up. Go and listen to Manifest and Multiply and get your mind right. Okay. And if this episode particularly felt like it was talking directly to your soul, then it was. I don't talk about the economy. I live in abundant Barbie land. Okay. But today, I had to step out of the glitter and the glam, and I needed to speak on this because this isn't about me instilling fear in you. It's about preparation. And this was something that no one really knew how to do it until it happened. And if you were in business in that time, you were sprinting. Ain't no damn marathon in 2020. You were sprinting day by day by day. Do you know how hard it is to sprint for like a year? You know what I'm saying? It is hard. So I'm giving you the opportunity to move beyond where it can get a little messy, because it's already messy. It's a hot ass mess, to be exact. So let's go make your practice pay you more while working less. So again, go check out the link in the show notes. I will see you during the 3-day bootcamp experience. Again, if you have already registered, there is nothing that you need to do. We will send out reminders. Let me just give you a heads up. We are going to send you out reminders approximately 4 days before we go live, just so you can remember, because I know life be lifing. We're also going to send you a reminder as we literally get closer to pressing I'm live. Let's go all the way in, and you will get a different link for a stream platform where you can view the live workshop every single day and ask questions. Okay. So let me know if you have any questions, but your first thing to do is go register for the bootcamp. All right. I'll talk to you in the next podcast episode. Bye.